Alright, so if you don't already know, Zippo is a leaker who has been known for leaking Nintendo stuff and recently got into leaking Sonic the Hedgehog stuff, specifically regarding the 30th anniversary. Now, what I'm going to talk about in this video is going to be related to things he said before, but he has now updated with new edits. And we got some shit we need to talk about. So if you haven't seen the original video, I highly suggest either you check out that video or you check out the blog post in the description. But today we're going to be focusing on the edits to the blog post, which show a whole new level of detail as to what we could be seeing for the 30th anniversary of our Lord and Savior, the Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, I know some of you want me to talk about the Sonic Movie 2 news, and listen, we can do that in another video. But for today, it's time to talk about the games, alright? So yes, if you remember the Zippo article, he made a big statement, which was that Sega of America is in charge of Sonic now. They're still going to be doing development in Japan, but basically Sega of America is taking over Sonic because I guess they supposedly know what they're doing more than Japan. I don't know. I mean, Japan did make SA1 and America did SA2, and I think SA1's a bit better, but that's not the point. Either way, this is just a minor edit. He said Sonic Studio is what they're being called officially now. Sorry for any confusion. So basically, Sonic Team is dead. Essentially, like, we are now Sonic Studio. Like, just a minor thing, but a whole new name sounds like a bit of a renaissance, a new beginning kind of thing. So that could be interesting to see, like a Sonic game that doesn't have Sonic Team logo and it has Sonic Studio logo. Like, we'll see how that goes. But now into the meat of things. Again, from the Zippo leaks from initially, he mentioned a new Sonic collection. He said he doesn't know what games are going to be in it, but it's going to be games that haven't been in circulation in many years, and speculates on Advance, Pocket Adventure, and Sonic R. And he said Sega and M2 are making this in tandem. If you don't know M2, they've previously made, I think, ports of Sonic 1 and 2 in the past. He says, if I were a betting man, I'd say this one will release in June, just in time for the 23rd of June. He does say it will not include the remakes of Sonic 1 and 2, and that he expects the M2 versions to be included instead. But in the edits, he says, I've heard a bit more about this. Apparently, there should be a mix of ports and remasters in here. It should also be on everything, including PC and Switch. Because, I mean, if you leave those two out, what the fuck are you doing? It should also feature games that have never seen a re-release before. Additionally, I don't know this as of now, but they may also release them separately as an option for those that just want one or two of them. And we already know from the Sonic Colors Ultimate leaks, that's clearly being released separately. So if they put some other shit and you're like, I want the other shit, but I don't want colors, luckily for you, you don't have to get colors. He adds a second edit after the colors leak to mention, oh yeah, colors is coming to modern platforms, and that is indeed one of the remasters I heard about. It's a bit weird though, because if he heard about it, he should have mentioned it before the leak came out. You know, it's a bit sus. You know, we'll let you off with a warning, but you know, if you knew a specific game, you should have mentioned that specific game to increase your own credibility. Then again, I knew about it and I didn't say anything. That's different though. I mean, that's a bit, I don't know how it's different. It's not different. But he does say, additionally, the information about the collection is frankly outdated. And I have more interesting details about that one coming up here soon. It's sounding like a solid collection. Stay tuned. So he's talking about the collection as a whole, not the Colors Ultimate, but he's saying that there's basically a lot more information about the collection that we are going to find out soon. He's not giving us that detail yet, but basically this collection could be looking to be a good thing. I'm hoping that it's like mega collection levels of passion, you know, obviously optimized for 4K and whatnot if they're including 3D games, which if they're not including 3D games, then they can shove it, honestly. Honestly. But we're not done there. There's a third edit for this one. He says, update time, this collection set for release this year will feature the retro engine remakes of Sonic 1 and 2, 60 FPS, full widescreen with all of the added content. This collection is sounding better and better, and there's more coming to it. What more could they be adding? I have another update on this before too long. Now, if you don't know what the retro engine remakes are, that's basically the Christian Whitehead remakes, like the ones you play on iOS and Android right now, like with all the additional content, the spin dash added to Sonic 1 and the beautiful widescreen, things like that. The one that everyone seems to like the most. Personally, I still prefer like the original Sonic 2, but you know, that's something I'm not going to get into right now. But nonetheless, having widescreen is always going to be a bonus. I still think Sega are being lazy when it comes to Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Like, if music was really the reason, they could do something different with the music, let modders come, you know, mod in the original music afterwards. Like, we know the only reason they're being lazy is because 3 and K sold way less than Sonic 1 and 2. Simple as that. If they were big sellers, they would have figured out a way to port them more often than they do. Now I've got one more thing to talk about. The new 2D Sonic that Zippo spoke about in the initial article, which, just to recap, he says it's a return to the Advanced Rush formula. Summer to fall release is pretty certain. He doesn't know who's developing it, but he suspects that it's Dimps, but again, that's just a speculation on his part. But he has decided to add an edit to give us a little bit more information on this one. So he says, edit, I don't know why this is being so misconstrued, but I'll do a rundown just to make it more clear. What I know, it's a 2D game featuring the modern cast likened to Sonic Advanced Rush, which we are here for, of course. From what I understand, it's not internally Sega developed, so basically doubling down on what he said before. It's not a Nintendo/console exclusive. People want that for some reason. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely been some people like, yeah, I mean, because it's like Advanced Rush style, it should be on Nintendo only. Like, I know Sonic sells the most on Nintendo, but listen, like, we need that shit on other devices. Like, seriously, real talk. Now he hits us with the bombshell. I don't know how many there are exactly, but there are apparently multiple playable characters. Woo, baby! Oh, and the classic Sonic better not be one of them. It's nearing the end of development, seems to be a summer release, which would give enough space between that and a 3D game. Man, I had to turn on my fan today. It's already getting hot in this bitch. It's basically fucking summer at this point. Drop the shit. Edit 2. Again, just to make it clear, since this has confused people, I do not know which developer is developing this title yet. He speculated Dimps, of course, but that was a speculation. We can't include that. But the point is, this 2D game is getting multiple playable characters, and it's going to be stylized like Advance and Rush in terms of the gameplay, right? Now, I mean, that isn't too unbelievable. Like, I mean, given that usually with these 2D games, like these spin-off titles, the gameplay is usually around the same for each character, so it's almost like a reskin of sorts. Like, if you remember, if you played the Rivals games, for example, like you had everyone in that bitch: Sonic, Tail, Knuckles, Shadow, Rude, SPO, like fucking, like everyone was in that bit. They all control the fucking same, but they were all in that bitch, you know? They gave them like a different special ability just to differentiate them. And I'm cool with that. Like, it's a 2D game, it's gonna be probably simpler level design, given that it's Advance and Rush. Like, that level design is way simpler than, say, a Sonic Mania or something like that, you know? Like, I mean, don't get it twisted. Rush is goated. It's still the best 2D Sonic. But I'm just saying it's overall a more simpler concept. And if it really is like Advance and Rush, it's gonna be that kind of fast-paced, kind of probably boost level design, but for the first time I guess we'll be able to play it in 4K, because I mean, we don't have any 2D boost game in 4K, at least fully 2D, and being able to see all those characters come back in a modern fashion in a 2D game, like, we actually have not seen that since, I guess, Colors DS, yeah. Which, speaking of Colors DS, I really hope there's no wisps in this bitch, but yeah, the point is, Zippo has been adding little updates to these things to keep us well updated, and it is looking to be really good if these things are true. He hasn't added any edits to the 3D Sonic yet, and at this rate, I mean, I don't even know if we're seeing the 3D Sonic this year. Like, if it's coming out next year, they might not even reveal it until like after the 2D game is like out or some shit. Like, if they're saying the 2D game's coming out summer, they might drop the game in summer, work that game, promote the fuck out of that, well, Sega's version of whatever promotion is for them, and then maybe announce the 3D game like late in this year, like maybe November, October, and then drop it like early 2022, probably somewhere close to the release of the Sonic movie sequel. That could be interesting, and I'm definitely looking forward to that, but I guess we'll have to wait for more information from Zippo for us to really know for sure. It's kind of weird how we've got like absolutely no news from official channels, so Zippo is almost like our official channel at this point. Like, oh, drought life. My god. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this. We are going to be seeing multiple playable characters in a 2D Sonic game with modern characters. I mean, I guess if you were to include the Boom games, I guess Fire and Ice had multiple playable characters, but that was Boom. I mean, I don't know. You can include it if you want. I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Are you looking forward to this based on what we've heard so far from Zippo? You're looking forward to more information? What do you want to see in this 2D modern Sonic title? And do you think this Sonic Studio rebranding is going to be a big deal? And of course, are you looking forward to those Sonic 1 and 2 remakes by Christian Whitehead finally coming to like other platforms? And also, I just want to say thank you so much. My channel has finally hit 20 million channel views. That's a lot of views for not a lot of news. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Make sure to check out the non-Sonic channel. The link will be in the description. But that's all I have to say right now. So, Remy out.